Well, here we are. It's Sunday, September 6th, and I'm coming into our makeshift garden, which we put up here in about 2-3 months ago. It's a piece of the backyard that's really of no use to us. It's but in terms of trying to put a little garden in here for the summer, it worked out pretty well. Down here we've got cucumbers. They didn't work out so good, but that was an experiment in the cucumbers. We got about half a dozen cucumbers of different sizes, and those pots in the back are Agula or Aguilera or something like that. Some kind of a green thing that you put in salads. Moving on. So then this is our cherries. We have 20 cherry plants. Cherry tomato plants. We've already got about 10-12 cups of cherries out of here already, and you can see that they're starting to, there's a bunch down there, they're starting to ripen up. This is another batch of ripening cherries. Yeah, we'll have to come back out here and get another container. Now the other one down here is we had 20 beefsteak tomatoes. And these boys are like, whoa. They're really starting to come on. I'm going to have to cut some of these. There's like some kind of a slice. I can't remember what they said that was split. But I'll pull those up today because it's Salad Sunday. And there's more back in here. Still a lot of green ones though. There's some nice big red ones. And way in the very back we have Conan the Barbarian tomato. It's green, still green, it hasn't changed over yet, not even starting. But that thing is huge, look at the size of that. So I'm going to call that Conan the Barbarian. And then we have our peppers. We had 10 bell peppers for red until 10 bell peppers for green, but I don't know, for some reason or other they're all green, but I have to look into that. A nice size there. And there's another size down there. Some of these are still like this little lad here. Wee lad. And all these plants are starting to pop. I guess something about temperature. Oh, there's one. Yeah, there's one there. Anyway, there's lots of them all over the place. And down there. And there's a nice size there. If you keep looking deep enough down into these plants, we'll find lots of these green peppers starting up. So it's the first time. Let's see if we'll do this next year or not. And maybe we might change places and put the garden someplace else. Maybe in the side of the house. But that means pulling up some pavement, which is really nothing that we need the extra pavement for. It was here when we bought the house. There's a wee lad, look at that, eh? Oh, there's one there. Size. Oh, there's a bigger size back in there. You can see that. I'm not sure how the video on this is going to turn out. This is my first one doing this. Another lad there. And a wee lad back in there. So it should be interesting. So that's our garden for this season. I looked at a lot of YouTube videos on how to make this happen, so lots of reading and watching and figuring out how to do this. Temperature wise, there was something about lycopene and glycoline or something. Anyway, if you want to research it up, it tells you why the tomatoes turn red, and you need a temperature between 70 degrees and 75 degrees Fahrenheit for them to get that color. Those, I tell you, back in here, as you can see with the house on one side and the fence at the end on the side, back in here when it was hot back in July, and it was 40 degrees, 41 degrees with a humidity factor. I tell you, back here it was like 50 plus. I'm surprised the plants survived, but they did. And they're really starting to come on, and I'm very happy about the work that we put into it. So I'm going to go in now and get a bowl and come out here and get some of those big beefsteaks. Thanks for watching. So here we are, about a half hour later, and these are the tomatoes that I picked out of the garden. There's 16 here. Some of them I had to take off because they were starting to break on the stem. So there's a few that have to ripen up all the way. It's enough here to make a few sandwiches. I mean, BLTs and some Sunday salad. So this is only about 20% of what's back in there. I was quite surprised. The deeper I looked, the more there were. So stay tuned. We'll see how the beefsteak tomatoes go. Thanks.